A Bismarck woman has made it her mission to help others get sober. New this morning, Nikki Johnson spoke with the force behind many sober living homes opening across the nation. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Nicholas. In this remarkable women's story, Megan Frankel has made it her mission to share the message inside the mess.
Everything that I was holding on to that told me I wasn't an alcoholic, right? If I'm going to school to be a doctor, then I must not be an alcoholic. All of that was stripped away, and I was left without an identity.
She grew up in Dickinson, graduated from NDSU with 2 degrees, a bachelor's in psychology and a master's degree in clinical psychology.
I was going to school to get my doctorate in clinical psychology, and that's when my alcoholism really got the best of me.
Despite the rough beginning, Megan Frankel is the current executive director of the National Sober Living Association based out of Bismarck, but it took years to get that title. After being terminated from her doctorate program, she moved back in with her parents at the age of 29. Her disease eventually led her to a treatment program in Florida, then back to North Dakota to Hope Manor Sober Living Homes.
When I first met Megan, she was fresh out of treatment. She had been unable to work for about 3 or 4 years due to her alcoholism. Her life was in shambles.
But there was a message in the mess. Soon after becoming a resident of Hope Manor, she dove into the program of recovery and began volunteering her time to help with administration duties at the house. Soon after, becoming a house manager.
Hope Manor is part of what is called the National Sober Living Association. And through that, we have been trained, we're certified, we're inspected. So what has happened over the years is that Megan has been hired by the National Sober Living Association as the executive director of the association, which is a huge honor.
Even though she's not a practicing psychologist, she's been able to use her training to help spot others in need of their own help. And it's also helped her have the knowledge and courage to speak to people across the U.S. as she's training and inspecting potential sober homes. Since her office is located inside the Hub Recovery Community Center, there's daily access to people seeking sobriety.
When I first moved up here, one of the first things I had the pleasure of doing was going on a ride with her to Grand Forks, and it was to pick up a young man that needed help and was desperate and reached out to Hope Manor. So we drove all the way over there and picked the fella up and brought him here to Bismarck so that he could enter into the program and change his life.
Try and let people know that they're not alone and that there's a way out, and in any way, shape, or form that I can do that and extend my hand and say, I've been where you're at, let me show you the way out. It's kind of become my life's mission.
And that's what makes Megan Frankel remarkable. At age 38, Megan is 6 years sober, and she says out of the 84 homes in the National Sober Living Association, she's helped 8 of them start from the ground up. And Nicholas and Amber, I think what Megan is doing is just tremendous. I love how she's using that knowledge of her history in psychology just to help people, even though she's not a practicing psychologist, getting those sober homes running and just teaching people about that recovery life.
It's so encouraging to see someone go from where they were to where they are now and do so much for everybody else in similar situations.
I love that so much.
Using your experience to help others. I mean, using it for good, what happened to you, and you're messy, like you had put it in the intro there, to help others. Pretty incredible story. Let's take a look at the forecast.